Welcome back to Yesterday Today, where we didn't have enough time to cover everything that we wanted to yesterday regarding the Cake and Pie Expo. So we're giving it another go today. Actually, it's all rubbish. So whatever. I guess we could just get on with it. Someone once told me that I chose to work in the wrong industry, that I missed my calling in fashion or design. Today, I can confidently say to that person, you are absolutely right. I've been dealt a bad card, the equivalent of the two of craps. Still, ophthalmology is becoming a better than horrible industry in which to show off your sense of style. At our Cake and Pie Expo, we had Dr. Kathleen McCabe in a Western-themed outfit. Dr. Oliver Wu showed off his cool headgear. And Dr. Hudson Nakamura loves hats made of natural elements. The physical conference world will return potentially with me in the only banana suit. But the digital conference eye care world, thanks in part to the expo, will never be the same. I'm so sorry. In fact, some of us in the digital ophthalmic world aren't even real people anymore. Meet podcast host Eddie Zagbo. Born and raised in Georgia, USA, proud hunter, red label whiskey drinker, and ignoramus. He had no idea poke things, as he called them, could be used in the eye.
You operate with a cut, as in you're cutting on an eyeball.
Yes, sometimes with knives, sometimes with lasers.
Whoa, no way. Get out. Dr. John, everyone knows an eyeball is basically just a big sack of water in your head. I mean, how does it not pop and go everywhere when you stick it and poke it with something?
Well, as we know, surgical instruments for the eye do exist. Eddie learned of a new profession called ophthalmology and found out about some new eye care trends from Dr. John Davis Akra in India. While ophthalmologists themselves probably became a bit dumber after listening to Eddie's interview, it was more educational than another show on Netflix, Love Island. Ludicrous scientific posters were on display at our Cake and Pie Expo. Our very capable ophthalmic writers had to dig deep into their comedic writing skills to come up with poster titles like Pink, probably more important than at least one other color, based on actual underlying study abstracts. Still, another humorous scientific poster provided important research on cataract surgery from the 1800s. Those ophthalmologist author gents from the 1800s needed no additional writing support to elicit a belly laugh or two, so we quoted them directly. For example, they noted, quote, violent vomiting sometimes comes on immediately after cataract surgery. Opium, saline drafts, and camphor should be given to allay this distressing symptom. I mean, every ophthalmologist knows this by now. Societies formed a large part of the Cake and Pie Expo. The ASEAN Ophthalmology Society turned up. The Russian Ophthalmology Society was there. The Subthreshold Ophthalmic Laser Society was launched at our show. And then there was the Society of Ophthalmologists Society, or SOS. They constantly were calling up tech support and screaming for help. Talk about annoying. Dr. Jemmy Chung had an excellent talk. COVID retinopathy, real or imagination? She suggested that COVID microvasculopathy may affect a portion of infected patients, including those with mild infection and recovered patients. However, when off the air, low IQ cartoon podcaster Eddie Zagbo was quick to criticize her presentation, suggesting that the deep state had conspired with vaccination sites to put more quote-unquote poke-it things in the eye, which was therefore the real reason these eyes were damaged. When told vaccinated patients typically don't get COVID-19 and are therefore unlikely to get COVID masculopathy, he simply responded, hokey pokey. Hey, thanks for joining Yesterday Today. Don't forget that all the Cake and Pie Expo content is available on demand until July 19th. So if you haven't had enough belly laughs here, or if you really want to check out all the interesting scientific content, it really is scientific. Go to expo.mediamice.com, register for free, and check out the Cake and Pie Expo.